Afternoon, YouTube. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming so early. I was just sitting here having a little think about it. This ain't going to be a very long stream today. I've got a plane to catch, going off to France in a short while, so I need to get myself to the airport. But I was just sitting thinking which players need to go. Which ones are the priority we need to get out of the club? Good afternoon, Arsenal Vlogs, David, the Arsenal Way, Mayo. George says too many players. Evening, Omar. Hi, Josh. Hi, everyone from Slovenia. What's up? Good afternoon. But yeah, hi, Mark. I will do when I get a chance, mate. I ain't been on Insta today. But yeah, like I said, I'm off to France soon, so this is going to be about 20 minutes long, this stream. It won't be a 45-minute one. Thank you for that, Soul Starlin 2002. But for me personally, I've written up a little list of players that I think should go. The first ones that should go. Obviously, we can't. Hi from France. Thank you, mate. I'll be there soon. We can't obviously get rid of the whole the whole squad as much as I'd love to. I'd get rid of pretty much every single one of them. Thanks, Mohammed. But unfortunately, we cannot do that. So you've got to make sacrifices somewhere. Thanks very much, VP. Appreciate that, mate. You've got to make sacrifices somewhere. And as much as I'd love to bin the whole squad, you can't do that, unfortunately. You could maybe get out 6, 7. Petr Cech's going, obviously. Danny Welbeck's going. Ramsey's going. Koscielny will probably go. Lichtsteiner's going. So there's sort of 5 straight away that are going to be going. El Neni will go, there's 6. But for me, they were going anyway. The ones I'd want out the club, and this is my little short list of players. First one has to be Mesut Ozil. I don't care how we do it. That guy needs to leave this football club. If this club wants to move forward and better itself, I think the final straw for a lot of people that have backed that guy was the final the other day. You know, absolutely disgraceful to just walk off the pitch as if we were winning the game comfortably, then sitting on the bench like a petulant child, like, you know, swearing. I don't know who he was swearing at. People have said that it was aimed towards Emery. I'm not so sure. You can't see who's in the video with him. You can only see him sitting on the bench calling someone a pussy. But, you know, at the end of the day, this guy, I've said it for a very, very long time, that this guy should not be at this club. He shouldn't have been here years ago. He shouldn't have got a new contract. And it was a disgrace that we gave him that. Now, fast forward, all these people have been saying that I'm racist and this and that. They're now coming out and saying that they agree and he should go, right? So, listen, I ain't going to sit here and say I told you so, because that wouldn't be right. But I told you so. You know, at the end of the day, I don't want to sit here and hate on certain players. But if they give me no option and put in 1 out of 10s, 2 out of 10s, 3 out of 10s every week, you know, it's a sorry state of affairs that Alexis Sanchez at Man United, who's hardly played for them, has got more assists this season than our assist king. So for me, he's got to be the first one out of the club. I don't care if we have to pay his contract off and spend the majority of our money on paying him off of his contract. That is instantly an improvement, getting rid of him. Player number 2, Henrik Mkhitaryan. Thank you to everyone saying safe flight. Thank you, appreciate it. Henrik Mkhitaryan. I felt kind of sorry for him that he didn't go. I understand his reasons not to go to Baku, I get it. But at the same time, this guy is reportedly on 190 to 200 grand a week. Now, that ain't good enough. I'm sorry, you don't do anywhere near enough in this squad to warrant that much money. Who got the worst deal? I'm going to France, Alex. I'm going to France for a few days, mate. Thank you to everyone saying safe flight and all that, yeah? But yeah, Henrik Mkhitaryan, for me, doesn't do anything in this team to warrant nearly 200 grand a week. What does he do? He don't track back. He barely scores a goal. Never really chips in. He came back from injury, had a good couple of games. Jonas, thank you for your donation, my friend. Ozil, Mickey, Koscielny, Monreal, Kolasinac, because he can't cross a ball or defend. So what use is he? Enjoy your holiday to France. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. But yeah, Mickey for me, another one. Who got the worst deal? Us or Man United? Who knows? They're both as bad as each other. He ain't been the same since that one season at Dortmund. And let's be real, it was literally only one season he performed at Dortmund. So what a waste of money. There's 550 grand a week that can walk straight out of the club. Bye-bye, go. Third player, Kolasinac. Absolutely sick to death of this geezer. You know, at the end of the day, he came in, played well when he came in. Let's be real. He played pretty well when he first joined. He then had a couple of games where he was dropped, a couple of games where he got injured and sat him out. He's come back, and he don't look like the same player. He can't defend, like Jonas said. He can't defend. He can't cross the ball. We see it again in the final. All he had to do was put that ball straight on the plate first time for Aubameyang. But no, let me take a touch. What does he do? What does he offer us? Yes, he's an outlet, right? But let's suppose we go and get a better left wing back. Yeah? Let's suppose we go and do that. You know, we could go and get a better left wing back that can actually cross a ball. You know, because this guy gets in unbelievable positions. He's a water tank, not a war tank. No, he's Thomas the Tank, bruv. Yeah, but he gets in unbelievable positions. And people say about Iwobi having no end product. Well, I'm sorry, Iwobi's had more end product than him this season. You know, and we're paying this guy, what, 140 grand a week? 150 grand a week? Get rid, man. Apparently Schalke are linked with him. They want him back. I'll happily pay for his flight to Schalke, to Germany. So that's player number 3. Player number 4, Granit Xhaka. Get rid. One-footed player. Can't turn. Can't pass a ball properly, regularly. Yeah, it's all well and good. And listen, I ain't digging him out for his performance against Chelsea the other night because I thought he was one of the better players. I'm talking as an overall player for Arsenal since he's been here. Nowhere near good enough. Way too many mistakes in his game. Way too many moments where he gets pressed on the ball and he just falls over or becomes rash and starts fouling. And all people go is, oh, Xhaka boom, because he pings 1 out of 500 shots in the top corner. At the end of the day, 90% of that geezer's shots are off target and in the North Bank. Yeah, and it ain't good enough. Another one that's on over 100 grand a week or 90 grand a week, whatever he's on. 35 million quid. From the start of his contract to the end of his contract, including the fee, it's going to cost us, what, 50 million pounds? Really? 50 million pounds? Not good enough. Get rid of him to anyone who will buy him. I don't care if it's only 5 million quid. Get rid. Get rid of him. The next player we're going to talk about is, and I thought long and hard about this one, right? And I know people ain't going to agree with this, Aubameyang. I'd get rid of him. He's a player we can command a fee for. He's a player that can still bag goals. He's 30 years old. Yes, I know he scored 31 goals this season, and people go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, mate. Well, I do know what I'm talking about. For the good of this football club, get rid of him, right? Because if you sell him, you'll get £80 million for him. That buys 2 players in positions we need more so than goals that he's scoring. Because again, he missed another sitter in the final. What is he doing trying to be flash with the outside of the boot? You know, why not take a touch, put it in the back of the net? But no, thank you, Chig. Thank you, mate. Why don't he just take a touch and put it in the back of the net? But, you know, if somebody comes in and bids 70, 80 million pounds, get rid. Get rid. He's been here 18 months and we ain't won nothing. What has he done in any final he's played in? Nothing. Ghosted against City, ghosted against Chelsea, ghosting too many away games, misses way too many sitters. £80 million? Bye-bye. Get rid. Go and replace him with 2 wingers or a proper midfielder. Messi misses shots as well. Are you actually comparing Messi to Aubameyang, bruv? Seriously. 7th, Orisha, thank you for your donation, my friend. Our lack of ability to play make from deep and protect the back four is a big problem. Xhaka, Mustafi, Ozil, Koscielny need to go if we are serious about improving things. Couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. Mustafi was the last player I was going to talk about. And the funny thing is, Henry also missed in big games, mate. They're not even comparable. Henry's our record goal scorer for a reason. But Mustafi is the last player I've got on my little list of players I think we should get rid. For him, he had a result that he never played the other night. Probably would have played better if he had played, let's be real, because our back 3 was a joke. You know, Socrates, liability at times. Monreal, liability. Koscielny, finished, has been for a while, played out of his skin for the last 6 months. Fair play to him, because he shut me up for 6 months. But the problem with this team and with this squad and them players is when it actually matters, they bottle it. Now, would you keep Jenkinson? No, I'm just talking about the ones that... no, I wouldn't. I'm just talking about the ones that we could actually get a few quid for, mate, to be honest. that are on big money. So Jenkinson's on 40 grand a week. That ain't a massive issue to me right now. I think 200 grand a week, 90 grand a week that Mustafi's on, Xhaka's on, 350 that Ozil's on, 200 Aubameyang. Get rid of all of them. That frees up a lot of wages. You can then go and replace them with players because you're getting the transfer fees in for them, and you can go and actually replace in positions you need to replace. Add into the fact that Lichtsteiner's going to go, there's what, 10 players. Go and replace them with 6 players or 5 players of pure quality, or the best quality we can get. Okay? Then go and promote the Smith Rowes, the Joe Willocks. Joe Willock done fantastic the other night. How is a 19-year-old kid one of the best players on the pitch? He shouldn't even be in the final, let's be real. Yeah, that shows how poor our squad is. I think that was a signal from Emery to say, because Josh Kroenke was there, listen, I'm going to sub this guy off the pitch. Look at the way he's walking off the pitch, and I am going to put on a 19-year-old boy. Yeah, and I think we should do more of that. At the end of the day, Emery's had a few run-ins with Ozil this season. I personally think he will be gone. I think he'll go. But, yeah, Tony's just said we missed Rob Holding. Yeah, we have missed Rob Holding. Let's be real. He's the only one who can carry a ball out of defence, mate, without getting a nosebleed. So, how much do you think we can make on player sales, says S.Teov Belad. Realistically, I think we could make maybe 90. If you add in Mustafi, Xhaka, I'm not talking about Aubameyang here, but Mustafi, Xhaka and some of the little lesser players, I think you could probably get about 80. If you're adding in... Kolasinac into that as well. Probably get, 20 for Kolasinac? 25 for Xhaka, maybe? 15, 20 for Mustafi? Adding some of the lesser players would probably make about 90, plus getting all that off the wage bill. Then if somebody comes in and bids for Ozil, I'll be shocked. Personally, like I said, I'd rip his contract up. Here you go, take your money, bye-bye, get out. Ozil is only about the merch. Mate, he couldn't care less about this football club, trust me. Couldn't care less, and a lot more people have started to see it. Would you get Nathan Ake, says Burnsy? I would. I would get Nathan Ake. I'd go and buy Manolas and Nathan Ake. Stick that with Socrates and Holding. That's a better 4 than we've got now. Good to see you, Lee. Thank you, Toby. Thank you. Offer him to Barca or China, mate. Nobody's buying him at Barcelona. They don't want him. Lee, why don't you read my comment? I just did, mate. I just did. Do you think Lacazette will go to Atletico, says Aidan Davids? I'm not sure, That's a story that's probably going to bubble on because, let's be real, he was due to go there in the first place. And the only reason he didn't go there is because of their transfer ban. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you going to Borisov in February? No, I'm not, mate. I've been to Borisov before. See us win. Giroud scored his 100th goal for Arsenal. That day, Theo Walcott passed up a hat-trick to give him his 100th goal. And nobody mentioned it. But when Laka and Aubameyang do it, it melted down the fan base. Would you keep Welbeck for reduced wages for a year? No, I wouldn't, Kieran King. I wouldn't. Get rid. Shouldn't have signed for us in the first place. Nowhere near good enough for this football club. Let's not dream of big name signings because it definitely ain't happening this summer, says Majib Ahmed. I agree. And this is the thing, right? Let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest here, right? When we won the league in '89, most of that team had come from lower down the table teams. Wimbledon, Perry Groves was Colchester. Yeah, it's all well and good saying that we're going to go out and get De Ligt and Ziyech and Van der Beek. We ain't getting them players. We ain't getting them players. We ain't getting the Koulibalys of this world. We've got no chance. So we need to rein our expectations in this summer and look at it and say, right, what can we get? What should we get? And where should we get it? Right, Ryan Fraser, I don't care what anyone tells me, that's an improvement. Right, that would instantly make us better. You've only got to have a look how many times that geezer puts a ball in a box. That's instantly an improvement. I see a stat the other day, and I'm not massive on stats, but when it comes to crossing, that guy has whipped in 143 crosses this season in the league. That was double what Iwobi and I think it was Bellerin and Maitland-Niles had put in together. Yeah? So, he puts the ball in the box. And when you've got a striker like Lacazette or even Aubameyang, if they're both still here, when you're whipping ball after ball after ball in, you're going to get a better output. Now, if you get somebody on the opposite side doing that as well, and then go and get somebody to replace Aaron Ramsey, I don't know, a Maddison, somebody like that. You know, you could go and get a Xhaka replacement in Decore, you know. Straight away, you are instantly better as a unit. Go and buy a couple of centre-backs, Manolas, Connor Cody, somebody like that. Go and buy them. You ain't spending a great deal of money. They've come from teams that... Exactly, James Maddison is an amazing player, mate. He's a very, very good player. Can we get Zaha? We probably can, but I don't want him, man. Not for that sort of dough. Why hating on a Wobie? I'm not. I like a Wobie. But at the end of the day, you know, we'd be instantly better. And that's what it's all about. Ruven Neves, says Calvin. That would be a dream, mate, but I don't think we're going to get him either. Loki 73, Lee, we cannot spend at Harrods with Walmart discount vouchers. Cronky out. Leicester are not selling anyone. Mate, do you know what? I know you're a Leicester City fan, Georgie, yeah? Right, but if a big bid comes in for your players, let's be real about it. They're gone, especially if it's a Champions League team. How do you wake up at 5 o'clock all the time? Says Ali. I don't, mate, I don't. What is Emery's favourite formation? To be honest, that's a bloody good question, because I don't know. I don't know. I think he likes the wing-back formation with a 5, with 3 at the back and then 2 wing-backs. But I don't know. I think 4-2-3-1 would be his preferred formation, but we just ain't really got the personnel or the mindset in that squad to play it. So yeah, I'm not so sure what we're going to do going forward, but it is what it is, mate, and we've just got to suck it up. We miss natural wingers. Exactly, Tony, we do, which is why Ryan Fraser would be an improvement in my opinion. I think that, you know, Leroy Sané, not that we'd get him, why not try and get him? Put a bid in. We ain't going to get him, but they want rid. You know, Riyad Mahrez, they'd probably get rid of him this summer as well. Go and put a bid in for him, we'll get him. Lozano, all day long, Emir. Yeah, all day long. Lozano, 36 million buyout clause. Ryan Fraser will cost 20 odd mil. Yeah, there's 50 million pounds you've spent. Get rid of the Mustafis, the Xhakas, the Kalasanaks, and you've paid for that already. Then promote your Smith Rowe, your Joe Willocks. Maitland-Niles can then play in midfield as a substitute or play a handful of games in cup games and stuff like that and try and burst into that midfield position. Instantly, you have made your club a better football club. All these big names, like Granit Xhaka, come on, man. The geezer's got a fan base. How? How's he got fanboys? I don't get it. Sign Hazard. No chance. Are you going to buy the new Arsenal kits? I don't know, to be honest, because I don't know if they're the real kits, mate. We'll see when they come out. What about Carlos Vela, the Sports Genius? I think that ship's out a long time ago. That was another one that got away. Are Liverpool are going to win, says Sarah Houghton. I hope so. Because do you know what? Our fan base will have a meltdown if they win it, if Tottenham win it. And it'll be the same people that... Reece Nelson will be back. Yeah, I think he should get games as well. I do think he should get games, David. At the end of the day, why not give him a start? Why not give him games? He's better than what we've got. He can cross a ball. We've seen it when he's played. I've been at games when he's played. You know, and he can actually pick a pass. He can pick a ball out. So why not play him? Let's read some more of these questions. How do we get rid of Mesut Ozil, says Emir. Easy 2 ways to get rid of him. You either pay his contract out and say, get out of my football club. Thanks for your donations, Hobie. Appreciate that, mate. You pay him off, pay the 36 million quid and say, leave, get out. Or what you do, because people keep telling me that he's a marketing genius, he's a marketing dream, and he brings so much money into the club, because I didn't realise we had so many accountants in our fan base. Right, but apparently he's a marketing dream, right? So if he's that much of a marketing dream, the £36 million wages for the next 2 seasons, surely somebody will be able to swallow up because it'll get a marketing deal for their club. So then what you do is you offer him around Europe for 5 million quid. You've then gained £5 million. You've got 36 million quid off the wage bill. They've got a proper marketing tool that they can market, and he pays for himself if he's that big. So that's how you get rid of him. Bowled out. Another one. Yes, S.Teov Walsh. Yes. Bowled out. What does he do? There's another 30 grand saved. Lee, please read my comment, Arsenal fan. Do you think if we had won the final, it would have papered over the cracks? 100%, and we would have got slapped in the Champions League. I said it before we got there, before we got to the final. If we get to the final and win it, yeah, it'd be great, and I'll enjoy it. But we ain't ready for Champions League football. You'd keep Jenkinson? No, I wouldn't. I'd get rid of him. The Lonely God. Please read my comment. If we keep the same players and the same problems will occur, this is basic common knowledge. Thank you very much, mate. Couldn't have said it better. Gjorgjievski is better than Xhaka. Yeah, I think people need to start realising that as well. But they don't, because we overrate our players at this football club, mate. Would you prefer James Rodriguez to replace Ozil, says Matthew 0428. No, don't want him anywhere near this football club. He's lived off a World Cup goal for, what, how many years now? Not good enough. Not good enough. And there's a reason Bayern Munich don't want him. There's a reason Real Madrid want him out. There's a reason nobody signed him up yet. Because number 10s are a dying breed, mate. It's all about pacey, quick, talented wingers. And you don't need a number 10 in football anymore. David, thank you, mate. Cheers. Who do you want to win the Champions League final, says Sarah? I think that's a trick question, isn't it? Liverpool. I'm a Scouser tomorrow. Would you take Isco as a replacement for Ozil, says the Arsenal fan? Do you know what, right? I love Isco. I think he's an absolute baller. And I think he's got more about his game than Mesut Ozil off the ball. But as much as I rate him, like I just said, I think number 10s are a dying breed. I'd love him at Arsenal though, but I don't think we'd ever get him. But obviously I would take him. I love him, mate. I think he's a brilliant footballer. Fekir as well. A few people are saying another one, proper footballer. But you know, you don't see the best teams in the world play with a proper number 10 anymore. You know, look at the two best teams in the Premier League. They've got proper top draw, pacey, talented, tricky wingers. You know, so you got to go with that. You've got to go with that. You've got to go with the new method, the wingers with a proper striker up front. I think we've got, you know, at the end of the day, there's a reason we've not finished top 4, right? And it ain't good enough, and it's been 3 years now. We played 4-3-3. Yeah, this is the thing. We played 4-3-3, and the passenger in midfield, it was a 4-3-3, but at the same time, it weren't a 4-3-3, man. We changed it about 4 times during the game, and there was passengers in midfield. You can't have passengers when you've got a 3-man midfield. You know, you got to have everybody running, doing whatever they're doing. And certain players in this team, they just jog back and they fill the spaces, they fill the passing lanes and that. Yeah, they don't actually run back with any purpose. They don't put a foot in and then they hide when the ball comes. It's like, nah, man. Go and get some proper footballers that want to play at this club, that are lesser names, that play for lesser teams in terms of size of the club. And I'm not being disrespectful to the lower teams, yeah, because we're not exactly great, are we? But if you're going and shopping at the lower down the table teams, there's more chance that they're going to come and fight for a place at your team and do everything that's required to wear that shirt with pride. You know, like I said, you've only got to look at Alex Iwobi the other night. People have mugged that geezer off left, right and centre. The geezer comes on, and was our best player, outfield player. Scored an absolute banger, yeah? And as much as he'll probably never forget that goal, it counts for nothing. Counts for nothing. And I felt sorry for him, man. He should have probably started. Mate, I can't pronounce your name. I do apologise, but thank you very much for your donation. We should sign Denis Suarez. Do you know what? I'm not so sure. I was sure. I thought we should have signed him, but it didn't go well for him, did it? You know, and now he's ended up going back to Barcelona. But I thought the games that he played, he didn't really get a lot of game time. But I don't know. Man. If it was left to me, I'd get rid of pretty much everyone and start again. But we can't really do that. If you are enjoying this video, please slap a like on the video. Nearly 850 people watching live, which is pretty mad considering it's, what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. Let's do 5 more minutes of these questions. Now I'm going to have to get myself off, otherwise I will miss a plane. My missus is looking at me like, you need to hurry up. Yes, that's apparently the missus that left me. She's over there, by the way. Lee, how do you drink your tea? How do you know it's not vodka in there, bruv? It's 9:50 a.m. in the States. Nice one, Javier. I've never been to America, you know. I might have to come one day. Lee, if we continue with wing-backs, would you play with wingers or two strikers, says João Pereira. See, this is the problem, right? If you play with two wing-backs, you're basically going 5-3-2? Yeah, 5-3-2. You're then going with a midfield. The midfield has to be solid. 11:50 in Australia at night, 8:50 in Jamaica. Big up yourselves. Yeah, you have to go with a three in midfield that are very technical on the ball, very physical on the ball, can track runners, have an awareness of where the danger's going to be. Yeah, and we ain't got three midfielders that can do that. Granit Xhaka, Mesut Ozil and Lucas Torreira are not them three. I'm sorry. I like Lucas Torreira. I think he's had an okay start to his Arsenal career, right? But I think the season caught up with him. He's not used to the intensity of the Premier League. He's used to the nice tippy-tappy possession football over in Italy, where you get time and space on the ball. He's come to the Premier League, and he's looked knackered since Christmas. 2:51 in Cambridge. 9 a.m. in Canada. Nice one, Alex. Right, let's do a couple more questions, and then I'm going. Why did we bother signing Denis Suarez, do you think, Lee? Says PKM Media. I don't know, mate. I genuinely can't answer that question. Maybe just to shut the fans up. I don't know, mate. We need players like Cazorla, says Harvey Good. He was a baller, man. But you know what? One of his best performances for Arsenal was as a defensive midfielder. So, yeah, there you go. Very versatile. Who are better central midfielders in football better than Xhaka, says the Limbic System, given our low budget? There's loads, mate. Let's be real. I'd play you over Granit Xhaka because guess what? You've probably got a right foot as well as a left foot, mate. That guy, when the ball comes to him on his right foot and he's being pressed, he flops every single time. Literally every single time. Timothy Cho, thank you for your donation, my friend. Would you take Issa Diop and Tielemans? Keep up the genuine work from a Chelsea fan. At least you're not rubbing it in, mate, and well done to you. Yeah. I'll take Tielemans. I'm not sure about Diop, man. I'll take Tielemans in a heartbeat. I think he's class. But I don't know, man. There's so many players out there that would improve Arsenal, and a lot of them play for teams lower down the table in the Premier League. My nan is better than Xhaka. Everyone's better than Xhaka. Oh, I'm coming. Everyone's better than Xhaka, mate. He's useless. I don't get the hype around him. Right, 2 more minutes and I am going. So we'll get this up to 30 minutes and I'm going. Like I said, if you are enjoying the content on the channel, please put a like on the video. Gets the channel noticed. When are you going to France? My flight's in a few hours, mate. About 3 hours. It's quite ridiculous that some fans think that Unai could do more with his current squad, says Brian. Do you know what? I get why there's a bit of an uproar. You know, Palace changing the team against Palace. Thank you, David. I will have a safe flight, hopefully. But changing it up against Palace potentially has cost us, or did cost us in the end. That, the Brighton game, you know, these players, he's got to motivate them a little bit better. And if they're not motivated, he's got to sense it a bit quicker and switch them out the team. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel kind of sorry for Unai Emery. He's come in, he's been inherited an impossible task, in my opinion. And if Aubameyang puts a penalty away at White Hart Lane, we're fourth anyway. Lee, I found Tielemans 4 years ago on FIFA. Would you take Florian Thauvin, says Shady Mark? Not keen on him, if I'm being honest, mate. I live in Paris. Safe travels. Thanks, King Boy. Thank you. Flying from Stan said, no, I'm not, mate. I'm not. I'm going from Luton. Saka, sorry, should have more of a shout, says Liam Blackburn. I think he should, mate. VP, thank you for my pre-flight beer donation. Cheers, mate. Right, let's do one more question, and then I am going. There will be no video at 9 o'clock tonight. I'll be probably trying to figure out how to drive in the wrong side of the car on the wrong side of the road around France. But there will be a transfer update as per usual. I will do a live stream tomorrow afternoon while I'm out there as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. One more question, and then we will go. Ika, thank you very much for that. Appreciate that, mate. Back to Thursday night football. Yeah, should we sell Abba and balance the team? He's aging and only got 2 years on a contract. We should cash in, says Ossie. And I kind of agree with that, mate. I kind of agree. At the end of the day, if somebody bids stupid money for him, sell him, get rid, build a couple of positions we need fixing. Say hi to me, Lee. There you go. I did. Right. Let's get out of here. Thank you very much to everyone watching. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow morning with my daily transfer update. You can go and check out this morning's one where I spoke about Kolasinac. He's linked with a move. So yeah, go and check that out. And I spoke about Munier as well. Apparently we're in advanced talks with him. So go check that out. And I'll see you all later.